Hey everyone, welcome back to SwitchTop. I'm here with the games that absolutely need to be in your Switch collection. These aren't just good games, these are the ones that made me fall in love with gaming all over again. Let's jump right into the top 15 must-play Nintendo Switch games. Fire Emblem 3 Houses puts you in charge of students at a military academy where you pick one of 3 houses to teach. The story follows these students as they grow up and face a war that tears their world apart. You'll spend half your time teaching classes, building relationships, and training your students, then take them into tactical battles on grid-based maps. Combat is turn-based strategy where positioning matters. Put an archer behind a wall, flank enemies with cavalry, or use magic to hit from range. What hooked me was how students from different houses can join you, but later you might face your former friends as enemies in battle. The permadeath system means when a character dies, they're gone forever, making every move feel important. The graphics aren't groundbreaking, but the voice acting and music create an epic atmosphere that kept me playing for over 100 hours.
Was that helpful? I am maturing at a rapid pace.
Astral Chain is unlike anything I've played before. You're a rookie cop in a futuristic city fighting demons from another dimension, using a captured monster called a Legion chained to you. The coolest part is controlling both your character and your Legion at the same time. You can wrap the chain around enemies to trip them, or position your Legion behind foes while you attack from the front. There are 5 different Legions, each with unique abilities, like one that can turn into a motorcycle you can ride. Between fighting, you'll investigate crimes, question witnesses, and solve puzzles using your Legion's special powers. The story gets deep into themes about family and what makes us human without getting too heavy. Combat feels like a dance once you get the hang of it, switching between different Legion types mid-fight. The anime-style graphics look amazing and run smooth in both docked and handheld mode.
Can't see them. Are you sure it's not just an aberration hidden somewhere? Whatever they are, get out of there now. That is all.
Wait, hey! Don't you hang up on me! Damn! How are we supposed to fight something we can't even see? This is real bad.
Luigi's Mansion 3 has our green plumber hero trapped in a haunted hotel trying to save Mario and friends from King Boo's trap. Each floor has a different theme, like a medieval castle or movie studio, filled with creative ghosts and environmental puzzles. The game introduces Gooigi, a goo version of Luigi who can squeeze through bars and team up for co-op play. Your vacuum cleaner has new moves like slamming ghosts into the ground and shooting plungers that stick to shields. What I love most is how interactive everything is. You can vacuum curtains, pull on door handles, and even suck up Luigi's own hat. The boss fights are spectacular, using every feature of each themed floor. The graphics are some of the best on Switch, with incredible lighting effects that make the atmosphere spooky but not scary. Local co-op lets a friend play as Gooigi, and there's also competitive multiplayer modes that extend the fun beyond the main story. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate lives up to its name with over 80 fighters from Nintendo and other gaming companies all beating each other up. The single-player World of Light mode has an actual story where you save the Nintendo universe from complete destruction by collecting fighter spirits. Combat is easy to learn, but hard to master. You can button mash and have fun, but learning each character's moves and combos takes real skill. Every stage has unique hazards, and the items add chaos to matches. What makes this special is how each fighter feels completely different. Playing as Pikachu is nothing like controlling Ganondorf or Sonic. Online play works great for finding matches, and local multiplayer supports up to 8 players, which gets absolutely insane. The amount of content is overwhelming with hundreds of music tracks, stages, and collectibles. Whether you want to play competitively or just mess around with friends, Ultimate delivers endless entertainment that showcases gaming history. Tears of the Kingdom takes everything great about Breath of the Wild and adds mind-blowing building mechanics that let you create almost anything. Link gets new powers like fusing objects together, reversing time on moving objects, and phasing through ceilings. The story has Zelda disappearing after Ganondorf awakens, and Link must explore floating islands above Hyrule and dark caves below to find her. What blew me away is how the fuse ability lets you stick things to weapons and shields, attach a boulder to a sword for massive damage, or put a spring on your shield to bounce higher. You can build cars, planes, boats, and crazy contraptions to solve puzzles in ways the developers never intended. The physics system just works, making engineering feel natural and fun. Combat got more creative too, since you can fuse materials to arrows for different effects. The world is massive with 3 full layers to explore, and I'm still finding new things after 200 hours. Performance holds up well considering how complex the systems are. Dragon Quest XI-S is the perfect JRPG that tells the story of a young man who discovers he's the legendary hero destined to save the world from an ancient evil. The plot hits familiar beats, but executes them so well with memorable characters and emotional moments. Combat is traditional turn-based with a party of 4 characters, each with unique skills and roles. You can switch to a more action-oriented mode if you prefer faster combat. What kept me hooked for over 100 hours is how polished everything feels. The world is gorgeous, the music is orchestral and epic, and there's always something new to discover. The character progression system lets you customize each party member's abilities through skill trees. There's also a 2D mode that recreates the entire game in classic 16-bit style, which is amazing for nostalgic players. Side quests actually have interesting stories instead of just fetch missions. The voice acting brings characters to life, and the humor never feels forced. This is comfort food gaming at its finest.
Fight and fight some more, Phew.
Bayonetta 3 brings back the stylish witch with hair-based magic powers in her wildest adventure yet. The story involves alternate universe versions of Bayonetta fighting to stop reality from collapsing, which sounds confusing but works perfectly for the over-the-top action. Combat is all about chaining combos while dodging at the last second to slow down time and counterattack. New demon summons let you call massive creatures mid-combo for devastating attacks, and you can even control them directly. The game introduces new characters including a Bayonetta in training who plays differently with her own unique moves. What makes this series special is how it makes you feel like a total badass. Every successful combo and perfect dodge creates this flow state where you feel unstoppable. Boss fights are absolutely insane in scale, often covering multiple dimensions. The difficulty is fair but demanding, rewarding players who master the combat system. Presentation is top-notch with incredible cutscenes and a soundtrack that perfectly matches the action. It's pure spectacle gaming done right. NieR Automata is a philosophical action RPG set in a post-apocalyptic world where androids fight machine invaders for humanity's survival. You play as 2B, an android soldier uncovering the truth about the war and what happened to humanity. The combat blends fast hack-and-slash action with bullet hell shooting sections seamlessly. What makes this game incredible is how it uses multiple playthroughs to tell different perspectives of the same story, revealing new information each time. The machine enemies start simple but develop personalities and emotions, making you question who the real enemy is. Gameplay constantly shifts between 2D platforming, top-down shooting, and 3D combat to keep things fresh. The story tackles heavy themes about consciousness, purpose, and what it means to be alive without being preachy about it. Your android companions can die permanently, but you can find their bodies and recover their memories and equipment. The soundtrack is absolutely gorgeous, mixing orchestral and electronic music perfectly. This edition includes all DLC and runs great on Switch, making this the definitive way to experience one of gaming's most unique stories. Metroid Dread brings back Samus Aran in her first new 2D adventure in 19 years, and it was worth the wait. The story has Samus investigating planet ZDR, where X-parasites supposedly still exist, but she gets attacked by a mysterious Chozo and loses most of her abilities. The game perfectly balances exploration with genuine tension as nearly indestructible EMMI robots hunt you through certain areas. These chase sequences are terrifying. You have to sneak around, hide, and run when spotted since you can't fight back until much later. Combat feels incredibly smooth, with Samus moving more fluidly than ever before. The counter system from Samus Returns, but feels more natural and satisfying. As you explore, you'll gain classic abilities like the Morph Ball and new powers that open up the interconnected world map. The game respects your intelligence, never holding your hand, but providing just enough guidance. Boss fights are challenging but fair, requiring you to learn patterns and use your full arsenal. Visually, it's stunning with detailed environments and smooth 60 FPS gameplay. This is how you modernize a classic formula. Donkey Kong Country. Tropical Freeze is the best 2D platformer ever made, and I'll fight anyone who disagrees. The Viking-themed Snowmad army has frozen DK Island, and our gorilla hero must travel through 6 worlds to reclaim his home. Each level is a masterclass in platforming design with perfect difficulty progression and creative obstacles. DK can roll, jump, and pound the ground, while his friends add unique abilities. Diddy has a jetpack, Dixie can hover with her hair, and Cranky can bounce on spikes with his cane. What sets this apart is how every element works together. The music, visuals, and gameplay create this perfect rhythm where you feel like you're dancing through levels. David Wise's soundtrack is absolutely incredible, with tracks that match the action perfectly. Boss fights are epic affairs that use every mechanic you've learned. The game is challenging but never unfair, and Funky Mode adds an easier difficulty for newcomers. Water levels are actually fun here, which should be impossible. Every world has a unique theme with mechanics that never get repeated elsewhere. This is platforming perfection that showcases Nintendo's genius for game design. Super Mario Odyssey revolutionized the Mario formula by letting you possess enemies and objects with your magical hat companion Cappy. Mario's on a globe-trotting adventure to stop Bowser from forcing Princess Peach into marriage, visiting incredible kingdoms like New Donk City and the Moon. The capture mechanic is pure genius. Throw Cappy at a Goomba to control it, possess a T-Rex to smash through walls, or become a power line to zip across the city skyline. Each kingdom feels like a massive playground filled with power moons to discover, and there are over 800 total, which means exploration never gets old. Mario's movement is incredibly fluid, with tons of advanced techniques that make traversal feel amazing once you master them. What blew me away is how creative the game gets with captures. You'll control everything from a fork to a lava bubble, and each one completely changes how you interact with the world. The post-game content is where this game truly shines, with challenging moons that test every skill you've learned. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is the ultimate racing game that brings together everything great about the series in one perfect package. The anti-gravity racing lets you drive on walls and ceilings, completely changing how tracks are designed and creating some truly spectacular moments. With 48 tracks total including DLC, you get incredible variety from classic courses to brand new designs that take full advantage of the Switch's capabilities. The item system creates that perfect chaos Mario Kart is known for. You'll go from first place to last in seconds, then climb back up with a perfectly timed boost or item. What makes this version special is the revamped battle mode with actual arenas instead of modified racetracks, plus the ability to carry 2 items at once adds more strategy. Local multiplayer supports up to 4 players on one Switch, and seeing friends' faces when they get blue shelled never gets old. Online play works great for finding races quickly, and the ranking system keeps matches competitive. The game runs at a rock-solid 60 frames per second, whether docked or handheld, making every race feel incredibly smooth and responsive. Metroid Prime Remastered proves that great game design is timeless by bringing the GameCube masterpiece to modern standards with stunning visuals and perfect controls. You play as bounty hunter Samus Aran, exploring the mysterious planet Talon 4, uncovering the tragic story of an ancient civilization destroyed by a dangerous substance called Phazon. The game brilliantly translates 2D Metroid exploration into 3D, creating interconnected environments that gradually open up as you gain new abilities like the Morph Ball and various beam weapons. Combat combines precise shooting with strategic thinking. You'll scan enemies to learn their weaknesses, then exploit them with the right weapon. The scanning mechanic adds incredible depth, letting you piece together the planet's history through environmental storytelling without a single cutscene. Boss fights are absolutely epic, requiring you to use everything you've learned while showcasing incredible art design. The remaster looks absolutely gorgeous on Switch with updated lighting and textures that make environments feel alive. Controls are intuitive whether you use motion aiming or traditional sticks, and the game runs flawlessly in both docked and handheld modes. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild completely reinvented what an open-world game could be by giving you true freedom from the moment you finish the tutorial. Link awakens after 100 years to find Hyrule in ruins, with Princess Zelda trapped holding back Calamity Ganon at the castle. What makes this revolutionary is the chemistry engine. Fire spreads naturally, metal conducts electricity, and everything interacts logically with everything else. You can climb almost any surface, glide from mountain peaks, and approach every situation with creative solutions the developers never intended. The weapon durability system forces you to constantly experiment with new tools instead of relying on one favorite weapon. Cooking lets you create meals and elixirs that boost your abilities, encouraging you to hunt and gather ingredients as you explore. The 4 divine beasts can be tackled in any order, and you can even fight the final boss immediately if you're skilled enough. Weather affects gameplay significantly. Rain makes climbing harder, lightning strikes metal equipment, and extreme temperatures require proper gear. This freedom to play your way, combined with a world that reacts realistically to your actions, created something truly special that still influences games today. Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is the most emotionally powerful JRPG I've ever played, delivering an epic conclusion to the trilogy that will stay with you long after the credits roll. The story follows 6 soldiers from 2 warring nations who discover they're being manipulated into endless conflict and their journey to break the cycle and find the truth about their world. What hooked me immediately is how the characters from opposing sides slowly learn to work together, developing genuine friendships despite being raised as enemies. The real-time combat system lets you control one character while AI handles the others, but you can seamlessly switch between party members and chain devastating combo attacks. The class system is incredibly deep. Characters can learn abilities from different classes and mix them together for powerful combinations. Exploration rewards curiosity with breathtaking vistas, hidden areas, and meaningful side quests that develop the world and characters. The voice acting is absolutely phenomenal, bringing emotional weight to every conversation and making you care deeply about these characters' fates. At over 100 hours, this is a massive commitment, but every hour feels meaningful as you watch these characters grow and the mysteries of their world unfold in surprising ways. These 15 games represent the absolute best of what Nintendo Switch has to offer. From revolutionary gameplay mechanics to unforgettable stories, each one brings something unique that you can't experience anywhere else. Which of these games is your favorite? Have you played them all, or are there some you still need to check out? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing about other people's gaming experiences with these masterpieces. If this video helped you decide what to play next, smash that like button and subscribe to SwitchTop for more Nintendo Switch content. Thanks for watching.